Hello, everyone. Happy Monday, and welcome to Viviane. Hello, Viviane.
Hi, I'm coming from a different higher
From the
dimension.
fifth dimension. What's it like up there?
Oh, it's
Um,
beautiful and peaceful and colorful.
oh wow, that's so cool. Yeah, don't turn it off. Whatever you do, we need that. I'm coming too. Um, so welcome to our quantum psychic akashic readings, clearings, and healings. Hope everyone's had a beautiful weekend and continue to do your very best to both work on yourselves and help
Hmm.
shine your light across a world that continues to need it now more than ever. Um, and it was definitely an eventful weekend here where I live in Scotland. We had some really big, intense lightning storms, which just went on for hours.
Hmm.
I've never seen so much lightning
Yeah.
in my life. But it certainly cleared the air, which felt good, and it's cooler today. Viviane, you're saying it's
Hmm.
hot where you are.
Yes. Record temperatures in many areas of the US.
Wow. Yeah, I think we got down to I think about 16 degrees Celsius today. I'd have to Google that to see what it is in Fahrenheit. In fact, right now I've got my heater on in my studio.
Mm.
Just take the edge off.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, a reminder to everyone, please put your requests in all capitals and we will tag them. We'll then randomly select them and do our best to service your request. And if you're asking on behalf of someone else, whether it's a child or partner or pet, please ask for their permission first. And what else was I going to say? Oh, and we do a range of things. Some people, like to ask for their name and their spirit guides, or ask about where the spirit guides are from, or find out more about your own past lives. Some people will ask about what's coming up in their futures. So, what's coming down the road? What do the Akashic records show for them? Others ask for a quantum energy clearing or healing, removing of negative entities from you or your home. Again, ask the permission of the homeowner, or if it's your home, um, you can also. It's nice to ask your home to let us in to do the work. Um, and then, what else do we do? Have I missed anything? Probably.
I think you did a good job describing
And then, all the things. But yeah, we'll get started with creating a safe space, and please join us as we do so, as it helps create a protective space around us. And I was guided for us to pay particular attention to our boundaries today, as it's really important,
Mhm.
energetically first and foremost, as well as in our human means, such as through YouTube, etc. So let's begin with a safe space, and I'll just gulp some water first.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so let's begin with a safe space. And to do so, we'll begin by taking a deep breath in through the nose and breathe out what no longer serves your highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any fear, shame, anxiety, or pain, nice and loud. And breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any remaining low vibration energy or emotion that no longer serves your highest good, nice and loud. And continue to breathe deeply and calmly. Now focus your attention on the center of your heart, where your golden divine spark enters your human form. And from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light up through the top of your head and reach up into the sky and up into the stars, all the way up to the highest frequencies and dimensions of this universe, until you reach the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe. And there, connecting your light cord into the highest dimension of source. Feel into that oneness, that unity and unconditional love. Remain connected into source and extend your light cord down to the stars and sky, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And now, from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light downwards through the root of your spine and deep into the earth. Keep reaching down all the way through the layers of the planet, going deeper and deeper until you reach the very core of Mother Earth. And there, connecting your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. And we send Mother Gaia so much love at this time and allow her to continue to send her love back. Remain connected to Gaia's heart and extend your light cord back up through the layers of the planet, up through the root of your spine and into your heart once more. And now together, with the light of Source above and Mother Gaia below, expand out your own light as a golden bubble of protective light from your heart to surround you about 2 meters out, to each side, above and below, in front and behind, surrounding all aspects of you. And set the intention that only energies and entities with your permission, with your highest good love and compassion, can see you, access you, or exist within you or within this space. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into your safe space, invite in your guides, your higher self, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source, and Gaia, and ask for their guidance, clearing, healing, protection, assistance with readings, and the integration of those messages, together with any healings at this time, and access to the Akashic records. And through space and time now, I create a golden protective bubble around all of us in the live stream and in the replay across Viviane and I's channels. And I set the intention for this session space that only energies and entities, with Viviane and I's permission, with our highest good love and compassion of all, can see us, access us, or exist within this space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into our safe space of the session, I invite in for Viviane and I, our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source, and Gaia. And just before we set the intention for the session, I was also guided to share a message from one of my guides with this group to support us on our journey today and through our lives at this time. Asking my guide, Maya, my elemental earth and Andromedan elemental guide, to step forwards. Thank you for this opportunity and sending so much love to all of you beautiful souls. Your world continues to face such turmoil at this time, both within your hearts, within your homes, within your towns, cities, and countries, and across this whole world. Continue to shine a light of truth upon the broken aspects of your world. Do not assume that in the shadows or out of plain sight, that everything is as it should be or is indeed working. It is safer to be open-minded to what is happening beyond the view of your media and beyond the view of your own hearts and perception. Not to always think of the worst, but simply to have an open mind to the truth, your truth. And yes, you continue to be continually triggered by fear. And we acknowledge this and are here to help you. each of you have your own guides, your own spirit teams who are working closely with you now more than ever. Invite your guides close to your heart. Speak with them by name, by calling them your spirit guides, and ask them out loud to be with you. They will help you discern and help you answer the feelings that you face within you. For through this turmoil across the world, you are experiencing the reflections from within each of your hearts. The shadows from within each of us are being finally faced. This is one of the final great purges that you'll face. Know this. And as the storm escalates and eventually releases and expires, what will be left is only your light and only your love. So be ready to continue to look after yourself, to take good care of yourself. These storms in your heart and the storms across the world are also reflections of the storms in the sun. Don't read and believe. Instead, feel and believe and know. And allow yourself to be gently carried with the support of your guides through these tumultuous times. And remember, after every storm, there's a new dawn. And in this new dawn, you will create a beautiful new world. This is our message to you at this time. And we send you all so much love. Wow, thank you, Maya. That got very deep and very powerful very quickly. So I'd like to set the intention for today's session. We're here to support you on your quantum, psychic, Akashic readings, clearings, and healings. Please put your requests in all capitals, and we will randomly select them. If you're selected, then please say hello in the chat. And yes, please like, subscribe, share. Do visit Viviane and I's channels individually. We're both streaming on our channels live.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, I went last time, Viviane, and you're in 5D. So do you want to choose?
Okay. I'm gonna select a couple, just start a couple new ones that came through.
Thank you, Play Love. Remember, yeah, that was a very powerful message.
Mm-hmm.
The energy was literally out of this world. And I ended just on 4:44 p.m. UK time.
Oh, nice. I love that number. That's one of my favorite numbers. Lovely. Okay, I'll go ahead and select the first.
Fantastic. I'll put some music on.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for everyone's kind messages about the message from my guide, Maya. It's really beautiful. I feel I needed that too.
Mm-hmm.
Opal Express Tarot.
Hi, Opal. I believe you're here, but just say a quick hi in the chat.
Did I say Express? I'm so sorry. Empress Tarot.
Empress, Opal Empress Tarot. And you're asking for healing that release blocks that are slowing your progress in your physical and spiritual transformation. Okay. So just waiting for a quick hi from Opal Empress Tarot.
Opal Empress Tarot. I did listen back to our last live and realize my volume's quite loud and like I'm right up at the edge of it sounding distorted.
Yes.
So I tried to turn it down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it sounds like. It's so hard for me to tell because I have this big mixing desk and like it's too complicated. It's just like I can turn it
Yes.
up and down. I go really quiet like this, or hear it real loud like this.
um,
Opal is here
oh, great. Thank you, Opal. Great.
to release any blocks, physical and spiritual transformation. I'm just asking Opal to step forwards. I'm taken directly to Opal's heart. With Opal, your heart, I see this pulling in energy where you're pulling how to describe it, your heart behaves like a black hole, consumes in energy. Your heart's quite constrained in fear, but then also pulling in a lot of energy. What do you see, Viviane? Was it the heart or anything else?
Actually, I've been pulled. I'm feeling my the solar plexus. It's not an easy feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to see now. I just felt the sensation of being just tight, congested, as if there was like air stuck.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the solar plexus as well. I'm just asking Opal's guide, and Opal's guide saying, "It's important you discover it, John." It's like, oh, thanks, thanks for the guidance. Yeah, I know. You go ahead.
It's okay. I see a dark area. It's like a dark circle in the middle of the solar plexus. I see the yellow around it, but the middle is black.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it's getting that heaviness from.
I'm being shown. Sometimes I wish I didn't start talking because then I feel compelled to finish sentences. It's connected to Opal's past lives as a star, and her guide's trying to show me a connection with how our understanding of how the cycles, the life and death cycles of stars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! Okay, I didn't know that. It's a lot for my little brain to take on board. So when we think in the third dimension that when a star burns itself out and goes into these different states, like what do you call it, a brown dwarf or a red dwarf or whatever these states are. Brown dwarf was the one that described your guide described and said in the third dimension, what happens is it's true, the star dies, but it's not true in other dimensions. What's actually happening is the denser parts of the star being shed, and just like Viviane's up in the fifth dimension there, you become much brighter up into fourth and fifth dimensions. And so if you're able to perceive a star at a higher frequency, you would see that what it was actually going through is a transformation. And this is your journey, Opal, that you're going through this this journey, and you're trying to your body's used to doing this as a star previously. This was the last time you did a big transformation, and so your heart's going through this vacuuming in prana, life force energy from around you to feed your solar plexus to help you go through that shift up into fifth dimension. Your human body's like, what? What is this? What am I going through? So before we go on to a bit more about helping you release this block, some gentle study and feeling into. I wouldn't take modern science's word for anything, but just some feeling into and meditation reflection on your past lives and what it feels like. What would it feel like to be our sun? What would it feel like to be a star? And paying particular attention to your solar plexus and heart, they're going to help you on your continued transformation journey. But while I've been talking, Viviane, have you done seen or perceived or done anything further?
No, I just feel like it's movement, clockwise movement.
Okay, thank you.
And yeah.
So, yeah, Opal's guide is saying for us to help close. It's a funny way of describing it. Close the heart so that it's not just vacuuming in this other energy, because it's very high risk, especially on Earth right now. And then to allow the heart to open, but within its protective boundary. So I'll check on the boundaries as well.
Okay.
And then the solar plexus feels like it needs a clearing. It needs a releasing of that blockage.
Okay.
If you'd like to,
I'll go
if you'd like
ahead.
to take a look, but don't just take my word for that's verbatim what needs to
Yeah.
happen.
Okay. I'll ask Archangel Michael for assistance, and I'll do the clearing for you.
Thank you. Just working on your heart, Opal. So that's your heart protected, and just making sure your higher self is fully aware and on board with this, as is your soul. And all your upper chakras are connected and clear. Just clearing out anything that you've been picking up that no longer serves your highest good from your heart. To return to source or never return here again. And making sure you have a good connection into the solar plexus. So I can see Archangel Michael's busy. Grounding you into earth.
Okay. Yes, cleared and grounded the energy.
Wonderful. Opal's higher self felt that the human body has to die before you can ascend to the fifth dimension, and I explained that doesn't have to happen. So that seems to be a journey. It's like, oh, okay, that could be interesting. I wonder how that would work. It's not something you or your soul have done before. But yeah, be assured we don't need to lose our physical bodies. They're going to continue to change a lot, but not to die, or at least in the way that we would traditionally think of third dimensional deaths. But that helps you, Opal. Let us know how you're feeling. That was a significant change.
Yes, remember to drink lots of water and take care. Hope it helps. So.
Must be my turn.
Yes.
Okay, choosing the next request. Sonia, let us know if you're still here with us. I was hoping that maybe my song there would tell us the name of your spirit guide. It's like, that would be so cool. Just randomly play a song. I don't think I've actually done that many songs with the names of spirit guides. So that would have been unlikely. But Sonia's here, so thank you for your request. And you're asking, would you please ask my spirit guide what name I should call them? And if you please do an Akashic reading for me. Okay. Would you like to choose one of them?
I'll go for the Akashic.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Akashic. Okay, so
Start typing. Sonia's guides really trying their best to help me spell it. Okay, their name, just asking where they're from. And I'm just going to ask, it's fascinating. Their guide is really obsessing about the spelling of both their name and then the name of the planet, which I never heard of. But it's beyond the Pleiades cluster, which is helpful. And I can also never spell the Pleiades. Hang on, words have magic, right? I am always learning to spell the Pleiades.
yes.
But feel free to share anything you have so far.
So far, I saw the word clairvoyant, and for Sonia to tap into that, into her clairs, and specific, especially the her clairvoyance skills, and getting more. And now I see, Sonia, you are gathering flowers in front of a table and gathering flowers as is, you're making a flower arrangement. Or some long stem roses. I'm trying to understand why they're showing me these flowers. I heard they are delicate, but also strong.
Just like Sonia.
And the roses I saw are very. There's this beautiful light pink rose, and you're making this arrangement, and it feels like it's for you. It's for you. You're creating that for yourself. Okay, and then I got these beautiful flowers are fragile but strong. They're beautiful and strong. So it's about you having that sensitivity and being fragile on the inside, but also having strong boundaries around you. So that is as part of the message for you.
Wonderful. I'll share in the chat what came through for your guide. So it just disappears from my view. So Sonia, your guide. I had a lot of debate about your guide whether to spell your name with a capital T first or D, and so the pronunciation is Dramastavia, and it's almost a T. It's like a silent T at the start. So, and I love the name. I said to your guide, "Is that like a country that's just full of drama somewhere in Europe?" No, it's not. And then the location, they again like spent a lot of time helping me write the spelling of the planetary name, and it seems really important that the detail is to your guide. The detail is so important, far more than it is to have any uh, actual length and quantity. It's all about the quality for your guide. So they said Sturumutu is beyond the Pleiades cluster some distance. They started to try and explain to me in light years, and they started to explain 100 million light years, and I was like, I'm not so sure. Is that really helpful? Like we find it quite hard to measure space and time, and likely not in the way they do. But anyway, that was shared. And they said that just as Viviane was describing with the clairvoyance, one of the gifts that you share with your guide, well, that you should I say you both individually have, is this detail approach in clairvoyance. And so when you're practicing in your meditations, it might feel, just like Viviane described the flower, these connections we have with our guides they're very beautiful, and they can appear very fragile, but they are also very strong and durable. And once you form those connections, no matter how faint it feels, it is still incredibly powerful. And I know this from firsthand experience because, I've been meditating every day for over 2,700 days. And I remember that really the intensity of the connections I have with my guides still feels very similar. It's still a very quiet whisper, but it's so powerful. It changes my life and many others that I'm able to help. And I know that whenever other people talk with their guides, it's a similar journey. So it's a really beautiful message that you can continue to develop your clairvoyance and pay attention to the detail. It seems like that will give you a great feedback loop as well. It's like I did it. Like that's what I thought was going to happen. um, just allow yourself to give yourself the grace and space in your daily meditations and ask for Dramastavia.
I like the name too. That's good. That was a great message. Thank you, Sonia.
Yeah, thank you, Sonia. Hope it helps you. And thank you for everyone's requests so far. We have 49.
Yes.
A great start. So yeah, please do like and subscribe to both Viviane and my channel since we're live on both. Is it your turn?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Put on a little music.
Donna Marie. Donna Marie, say hi in the chat, please. I believe you're here. Just to make sure. Okay, great. She's here. And yesterday was her birthday, so happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Donna.
Yeah, so she's asking for a birthday reading and saying a Navajo spirit gave her a stick. It was tall with feather, red ring, and a black ring. Was this a medicine stick or other? Okay.
Sounds fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I got an answer. I also got told that we're going to give two different answers. So
Okay.
now I feel wrong if we give the same answer. But happy to go first, or you can.
Sure.
So I have just really quickly shown you with this stick that you can use it for mainly for closing portals. And so you would, when you feel there's a lot of activity in a place, perhaps unwanted activity, it might even be in your home. And you can also, there's no harm in doing it in places where there's not a portal. Is I saw you with your hand and you were just gently shaking the stick around in a circular motion and and saying out loud, I close this portal, I close this portal, I close this portal. Um, and then once you've done so, you do this sweeping afterwards, and it scrubs the surrounding area, so there was no previous evidence of the portal. Portals that have a great way of attracting beings to them, because of their frequency difference, like a moth to a flame. You can also use it for creating and opening portals, but I feel it's safer to start with the closing first.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Viviane?
I got that it's for magic, and then I heard you can do magic, and just like that song,
Ooh.
and yeah,
Cool.
and let's see what else. And I saw her holding this stick and moving. It's for you to create your own, to create magic and to do magic, and I say that goes with the opening and closing of portals as you said.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Don Marie says, "OMG, John, that's what I got, and also had where it opened both sides of the veil. Wow,
Oh, nice.
fascinating.
Wow.
Right."
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Angela says, I need you to bring your stick to my house." Uh,
Mm-hmm.
very cool. Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you for a great request. It just seeing the stick in action was very enlightening.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I overthink and overcomplicate things. It's gonna have to do all these different steps. It's gonna need all these things, and you're just like this, closing the
Mm-hmm.
portal. It's like, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
I see her moving the stick, and as she moves it, I see like golden sparks
Oh
flowing
wow,
from the phone. And now Millie saying, "Now I'm hearing those lyrics. You can do magic." That's a great song.
yeah,
It's a fun song.
wonderful. Must be your turn, is it?
Your turn.
Ah, God, it's only 40 minutes. I'm already wrong. I'll be right next time, John. Okay, choose the next request. Please put your request in capitals and say hello if you're randomly picked. Dolores, an attempt your second name. Ag- how do you say that?
Aguayo, maybe?
Aguayo? Dolores Aguayo. Dolores Aguayo, are you here? I so want to be want to be like one of these
Mhm.
seances in Victorian times. Are you there? Are you there? And it's funny when I did a presentation at the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle Centre, there was two psychic mediums. There's photos of them from
Mm.
whatever 150 150, 200 years ago. And they were like really some of the first really famous psychic mediums, or so the center tells you. And so it was like, there they are. And of course, I did have a chat with them, but they were very energetically protective, which I get. So, hello from California, says Dolores. Can I get a message from my spirit guide? Of course. So let's ask. I can go first if it helps. I'm really curious. These are new concepts to me. So your guide says, first of all, there's fire in your heart, Dolores. The the fire, and that it's important to bring your attention to two different types of fire. And the first is and okay, your guide saying heartburn, describing this first fire as fire in your heart. And they said this is a fire of anger where a rageful energy that is short-lived and is important to release. And this feels that it applies to what you're seeing going on around you and your loved ones and your family, and also some awareness of what's going on around the world. And speaking it, screaming it, saying it, shouting it out loud, scream into a pillow or glass or whatever you want to do. This would be really helpful. Scream out those words that feel so powerful to be released. And then the other type of fire that your guide was talking about was the fire in your solar plexus, the fire in your belly. And this is really your eternal flame. And it's where um, your heart delegates this responsibility of cultivating your own passion, your own abundance, your own creativity. And this fire is quite different. It does also burn up into your heart, and it can also result in different variations of emotions, and can even include triggering things like and releasing anger and rage. So really the message is to help release that rage first of all from the heart, and then seek the things that fuel your fire in your belly, that get you excited and fill you with joy in your life. How about you, Viviane? In the fifth, hang on, in the fifth dimension.
I finally made all this work, all the meditation. I'm here.
Woohoo! Congratulations.
So, Dolores, I saw you sitting by a tree with your back against a tree and a book in front of you, a book on your lap, and the book was open, and I read, "You can find peace here." And then this was during the day, and then the sky started to darken. It was nighttime, and then I heard that you can also benefit from the energy of the moonlight. So I say, this is encouraging you to spend time in nature, and also you connect with the elemental kingdom and Gaia, but also connect with the energy of the moon, as I heard in the message. And I also saw the fire in the heart when you're talking, John. I saw the flames in her heart space. And I heard again, yeah, you can find peace. I don't know if there's something specific happening in your life right now that you may need more quiet time and peace, or if it's just they're just telling you this in general that you can find peace. So I hope that helps you, Dolores.
Yeah, let us know in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dolores. I played Love Remember was saying, wow, I'm physically feeling that fire in my belly. And Dolores
Mm-hmm.
says, wow, thank you. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Dolores.
Thank you.
Your turn?
Yes. Okay.
We should do a sketch one day where we could do it today, where we pretend like one of us pretends to be the human and the other pretends to be a spirit guide. And have the conversation. It's like I'd be sat there in meditation, like, spirit guide,
Mm-hmm.
are you there? Hello?
Yes, I'm right next to you.
Ah, woo, I did it.
And I
What
say,
what messages do you have for me? Tell me with all my problems in my life. Hello, spirit guide, hello. I'm a bit like that with mine. I'm just more polite. Okay.
All right, let's see who's next.
Let you choose.
Mm-hmm.
We're choosing next request. If your name is called, please say hello in the chat.
Okay. Carol Kushkin. I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. I apologize. And you're asking, please say hi in the chat if you're still here. You're asking for healing. Oh, it's for your husband. So please, for you and your husband, if you're here, please also ask permission to send to your husband so that we're able to send him healing.
Let us know, Carol, if you're here and if you have permission.
Mm-hmm.
We could well, when Carol comes, we could at least start with her.
Yes. No.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I just when you said that when Carol comes, I started hearing that song. When Tomorrow Comes, I think it's Ariana.
Oh yeah.
Or beautiful. I forgot her name, but she has a gorgeous voice.
Yeah, Play Love Remember was saying, John, you're cracking me up, and Earthflow, what Earthflower Power? And I said, oh, McFly. It's very funny.
Annie Lennox has a beautiful voice. That's what I was trying to remember the name.
Oh yeah.
Carol Kushkin, I'm not seeing you here.
Let us know if you're here, Carol. And we're not always entirely consistent, but we can't guarantee if you don't say hello now that we can't guarantee we will do a reading for you. It just depends
Yes.
on what everyone else requests. And we do have a lot today.
Yes. We give you a little time in case you're not close to the phone or computer keyboard or sure. Let's see. So just a few more seconds. And thank you all for being here and for sharing, liking, subscribing, and congrats again to you, John, for your 9,000 subscribers.
Oh, thank you.
So exciting.
It's so funny. The numbers go up and down, right? So I'm like,
yeah.
that part of me is like, Won't go below that. That took so long. And then my guides, including my higher self, like, John, stop it with the numbers. It's like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
always going in the right direction. It's like, okay, I know, but I'm
Mhm.
still human. And thank you so much. Looks like we'll have to choose someone else, I think.
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and select someone else here. Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
We're choosing the next request from the fifth dimension. Fifth dimension.
Celtic Seer, Celtic Seer. May I have a clearing? Okay, please say hi in the chat.
Celtic here. You here. And just a reminder, if you can't see other people chatting, then it means you're just in the comments and not in the live chat. There is a live chat on both our channels, and
Yeah.
you'll see people saying things like Celtic Seer says hello. Okay, asking for clearing. Let's take a look.
Mm-hmm.
I see an entity about your size and shape trying to merge with you, Celtic Seer.
Is it behind her? Kind of like right behind
And,
her?
well,
Over.
it's already partly integrated. It's right. It's at a distance. It would look like a shadow across Celtic Seer,
Mm-hmm.
and it's already in their energy field. And it's trying to convince Celtic Seer that it's fine. It's fine. This does not feel fine. To me, it appears that it's a haze, a dark fog,
Mm-hmm.
but not almost the consistency of steam. Not it doesn't seem so dense, but its vibration is low. Archangel Michael, does this serve Celtic Seer's highest good? He says he's like, no, 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 no. Okay.
And I feel that this is I sensed as being really close to her back, and then out in a way like embracing her and pulling from her solar plexus, pulling to her, because I feel pressure in the solar plexus area.
Yeah, the last what do they call it? The final area for it to compromise is the heart. It's trying its best
Mm-hmm.
to work in our heart, but hasn't been successful so far. So I'm just encasing it in a golden protective bubble. I'm just going to gradually bring it out. Can you let me know, Viviane, where it's still attached? So I just pull it away.
I feel in the front of the area of the solar plexus, in between the solar plexus and the heart, close to the heart, but it's
so weird. It bent. It's warped.
okay.
Like stretched out into that area where it's connected. So I'm going to disconnect it with my light sword. Sword be with me. And if you can make sure I've managed to get everything out. So I'm just starting at the heart and working down between the connection of the heart and solar plexus, then into the solar plexus. All right, it's into the core of the solar plexus. Ormati Saranita Kormua. I'm just asking your solar plexus to gently open. Dantarakma Ara. Okay, release this entity. Archangel Michael, please return this being to source or never return here again. He called it, well, he said the words, "I cast you out, demon." And I was just asking, was it a demon? Was it that low vibration? He says that entity would, if it took over you, would pull you down, keep going down in vibration. So it feels like eventually, yes, it could achieve what we would consider to be demonic vibrations. How's the rest of Celtic Seer looking?
That was really what I saw, and you removed it. I was about to, now that you removed it, I was about to run some golden light through her body and then ground the energy.
Fantastic. The message that Archangel Michael's saying is really, whenever you get an offer, just like you would from a human, that says, "Hey, got a problem? I can help you." No matter how appealing that may be, you would check first on what is really their intention, the energy behind it, and do you really consciously give them permission to do things like this being was had been granted access to your solar plexus, to your gut, to your intuition, and once it had that, it was then going to start working through connecting and taking over. Eventually, significantly compromising your heart, your very soul connection, and with your body. Celtic Seer says, given the current ongoing issues, thank you both. Have been working on keeping my vibration high. Yeah, definitely focus on strong boundaries, just like we do at the start of these meditations, these sessions each day. I'll start again, just as we do with these live streams, and then also my free meditations. If you've not already tried those, please do practice them. For you, I will share the 14-day Spirit Guide Meditation Challenge for negative energy and entity removal. And that's the free 14-day challenge. It also includes now the boundaries. There's a public video for identifying, creating, and maintaining your boundaries. That's really important to bring your conscious awareness. And if you feel like an hour is a bit much, just put it on before you go to sleep and set intention that you're interested, to receive all that is for your highest good.
Yes. And drink lots of water, and ground your energy. Take care.
Okay. My turn.
Yes.
Is it? Yes.
Yes.
So clever. Okay, music. And thank you, Celtic Seer. Wishing you all the best. Hope it helps in your journey. And yeah, that was a big change. You can tell by the shift in the tones of our voices and the importance of the work. Yeah, please take good care of yourself. Hey. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Diane Miller. You're asking for messages from your former late husband. I'm so sorry you lost them, at least in this life.
Say hi in the chat, please, if you're here.
Kibo's saying, urgent, what's that? Urgent care spirit guide. Notice that turn John down. Thank you, John, for your singing. Yeah, Kibo's just saying urgent spirit care, and then like phoning, hello, spirit guide. Hi, please hold. Hey, please hold. Um, yeah, sometimes it feels like that. I must admit, while I'm on the subject of spirit guides, the other thing that
Mm.
the unpleasant truth with spirit guides I often find is I'll say something like, okay, what do I need to do next to to unblock myself? Or I've got this fear. How do I deal with it? And then the answer is always not the answer you really want. It's, oh, you just need to face it, John. It's like, you just need to face your fear. I'm like, I don't want to face my fear. Anything else? Anything else about that? And it's like, just face your fear. It's like, no, 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 no. Any sign of Diane Miller?
Not yet, no. Yeah, and what about when you ask your spirit guide, like, oh, how come did that happen? Like something that happened and you're not so happy about? Why did you have to go through that? Because you need to learn that lesson.
It's
So
like,
how come you let me go through that? Where you stop me?
that's yeah. I had I saw a friend go through recently a tough challenge like that, and
Hmm.
and I asked my guides, and they said, "Oh, your friend needs to go through this first, and because they've got a really important lesson to learn." It's like, "Oh no, that sounds terrible. It's not going to work out, is it?" It's like, "No, it's not." It's like, "Oh well, why are you telling me this? Why, they should know that." And it said, "Oh, even if you told them, they wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
They need to go through. It's because they're going through the lesson." John, it's like, "Oh, right, okay." And then I'm thinking, "Oh, I'm sure," because they have that same friend has told me about things, and they were great lessons. Um,
Hmm.
like, oh, that's really funny the way that works too. Is like I wish we could just tell each other, "Hey, got some news, Viviane."
Hmm. Yes. Just ask them that the lessons are presented to you with ease, so you can go through it with ease and grace. Like,
That's easy.
I know I need to learn this, but can you like take it
That's
easy on me?
that's right.
Yeah.
It's like when you say, "Oh, I'm scared of spiders. What should I do about it?" And they just say, "Pick up the spirit." Pick up the spirit. Pick up the spider. I don't want to pick up the spider.
Hmm.
I've taken to befriending my large spiders in my garage and giving them names and talking to them every time I go in, rather than being so terrified of them. But picking
Yeah.
them up, mm,
I tell them, I see you there. You stay in your space. Don't invade my space, or else I'm gonna have to take you out. So yeah, I don't see Diane, so you need to choose someone else.
John is just metaphysical IT.
Mhm.
Um, okay, so that was my shot, right? So I'll try again.
Yes. Mhm.
Kingdom of Gods, are you here? I think we had you last Thursday as well. Was that right?
Yes, we did. I
Really
remember
stuck
that.
in my mind. Um, let us know if you're here, Kingdom of Gods.
Hmm.
Kingdom of Gods, are you here?
Yeah, Wisteria Violet Tone is saying, thanks, Viviane. I don't feel so bad for my fear of a certain insect. Yeah.
Oh,
But I ran from, I had situations that I ran from flying insects, like,
mm.
freaking out. Okay, you're here. Wonderful.
What does drop question mean? I am here, drop question.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that.
Do you still want us to proceed, Kingdom of Gods? Do you want us to proceed? Um, yes, I'm here, drop the question. Yeah, I used to be terrified of spiders, and I was fine until my mother, bless her, said, "There's a spider!" Like one came running up to us when we were playing in the living room when I was a kid,
Mhm.
and she started freaking out. And I was like, "Oh, a spider! It's Incy Wincy!" And then I saw her fear and saw the spider, and then saw them in a totally different light. And
Yeah.
many years, decades later, I'm still just getting over that. Oh, you have a question? Yeah, go ahead. What's your question, Kingdom of Gods? Please put your question
Mhm.
in the chat. Is that how to overcome the fear of spiders?
Yeah. Try to fear of that other insect that starts with C and some fly. Oh my God. I
Oh
can't
no.
look at the picture of them. Like, if I don't want to be anywhere near that. Oh man. And
I I gone most of time in trance in meditation. Why? Um, if you can be any more clear, Kingdom of Gods, that would be helpful. But I guess that's a start. I think what my interpretation is, you're asking why you in a trance, like why you kind of why is your consciousness gone in meditation? Um, but if you can clarify that any further, let us know. And let me ask your spirit guides about your meditation practice. I'm being shown that in your meditations, your higher self is coming down into your crown chakra. This is an upgrade process. Yes, okay, thank you. So it's an upgrade process, and your crown chakra is so when you're meditating, your crown chakra is becoming almost heart shaped. So there's this pressure on the top, and when that's happening, it's a it's okay. It's part of the upgrade process for you. And what's happening is eventually what happens with your consciousness kind of goes into a standby mode, a pause. It's similar to sleep, but it would be classed as a phase of sleep. And then when you're as you're just starting to come out of your meditation, your crown chakra is able to relax and release. So this is a um and I'm just asking your higher self about it. Your higher self is saying it was this or a walk-in, and the walk-in is much that term. Your higher self means a a greater dominance of your higher self over your current levels of consciousness. And the challenge with that approach is it's a much more aggressive, much more dominant approach. And for the people that I know have been through that process, you're much greater risk of losing memory because it's almost that two different parts of you have do two different journeys through life and two different sets of memories. So for you, this is your higher self working on uh, those upgrades during your meditation practice. So this feels good. Do keep it up. Keep going. And if you want to try it out and want to feel something different in meditation, then before you start meditating, ask your higher self not to do that in meditation. So just say to your higher self, just place your hand on your heart and say, "Higher self, please give me a break from my upgrade during today's meditation. I would like to experience what it's like to just meditate, to just be myself as I am." And it does feel that this affects you in dream time, in sleep time. So again, you can just ask for a break. What did you get, Viviane?
I saw two versions of Kingdom of Gods. Like one, well, initially they showed me you're meditating, and there was this, you're inside this bubble of light that was like a light purple. Um, and then they showed me the same image of you next to it, as we will see you, for our naked eye. So I'm not sure if this answers your question, but they were showing like the different states, like from us, just looking at you, you just would just see you, yeah, sitting there meditating. But when it showed you inside this bubble, was the state, that you what you experience when you're in meditation is that deeper state that you don't necessarily think that you are there in a room sitting. You're in a different space. That's kind of how I interpret the message.
Cool.
Yes, of being in a different state. Yes.
Yes, it's interesting. You know, if you asked it from the other way around and asked your higher self, "Hey, what are you doing when I'm meditating, or when we're meditating?" It does
Mm-hmm.
feel it goes both ways, right? That it's two parts of your consciousness um, merging.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it's a really wonderful sign, and I hope that continues at the right pace for you. Thank you, Kingdom. Your turn.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just
Just Jane. I believe you're here, but please say hi in the chat. You're asking for, oh, you'd like to know if your guides have any insight on what my cat was hissing at my ceiling. Oh, okay.
oh, well.
Okay, recently.
Not just jealous because it can't walk on the ceiling. Well, I don't know. Cats can pretty much do anything, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And
Oh,
yes,
you're here. Great.
it's
Thank you.
fantastic.
So, okay, Jane.
And if you want, you don't have to, but if you want to ask your cat for permission, we could also talk to your cat and your cat spirit guides. But it does feel like we'll get a lot of the answer from your guides as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, she's saying her name is Ring Ring,
Oh,
and
that's
she just asked. Okay, let's see.
fantastic. Um, I've been told to let you go first, even though I've got tons. So
No pressure. Okay, I saw
that's
something. I just called in Ring Ring now.
I love Rinman's energy.
And I see Ring Ring standing up and trying, like, playful, trying to reach something.
Rinmin just meowed like she's saying hi.
I when I first tuned into Just Jane, I saw a it's light. It was like it appeared to be like an angel. It was this really soft light going across the ceiling. And then what I got from Ring Ring, that it was, she was saying something like that. What she saw was beautiful. So it feels like something good and positive. And she's using a word that I didn't don't often use. And Ring Ring saying something like, "Oh, it was mesmerizing because it was just beautiful." And then I heard her say, "I see more at night." I guess when her mom is not necessarily noticing. So I don't know if you got something completely different, but this is what I
Yeah,
got.
it was very different. Yeah. So the first thing is the Just Jane's guides called this being a soul creeper, and I was like,
Oh
oh,
no, that's creepy. That
that's
is
just
creepy.
I don't
Yeah.
want to know that. Why do I have to share these things? And they're like, go on, just
Mhm. Mhm.
do your thing, John. Share the message. I was like, okay. And then
Mhm.
there was good news because that was just before we got Rinrin's permission. And then
Mhm.
suddenly, as soon as just at the same time as we saw in the chat, Rinrin says yes. Rinrin said, "Oh, but this is like good news. This is what I do. This is
Mhm.
I'm here to help clear this. Um,
Mhm.
beings like this, and so there's this really. This is I don't I don't feel Rinrin's been a cat maybe ever before, and definitely feels very gifted and a powerful soul and
Mhm.
is very much your protector, but more than that, is also capable of teaching you as well. So those moments, whether or not you can discern whether or not Viviane and I are talking about exactly the same being, whether the being was trying to be, pretend to be light and later was actually dark, or we're just giving you very different answers, which is also fine. Um,
Yeah. She
it
did
is
say I
just
see more at night. Yeah.
the key is that you have a fantastically gifted cat who can help detect these beings. And so paying attention to Rinman's discernment will be a great way of honing your own as well. Um, and don't just rely on Rinman. We'd never delegate discernment to other beings, right? But that first
Mhm.
step, that first early warning sign, and if you want some help getting them out, then yeah, just ask like say it out loud to Rinman. Say if that whatever you're looking at, whatever you're doing, that does not serve our highest purpose. Get it out of here. Uh,
Yeah.
and Renman will help,
Wow.
and
So.
lightly over time will show you.
Mhm.
And Just Jane said it felt like an energetic battle, and yes, so grateful for Rinrin. Uh,
Wow.
I'd also say that it's not a subject to really talk about much, but false light is quite terrifying as a weapon of the darkness. The ability to
This
show,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah. So that could have been why. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
because we're not I don't know, we're pretty easy targets when we're not using our discernment.
Mhm.
Um, we just go, "Oh, look, Viviane's in the fifth dimension," and then
It's so
it's
beautiful.
whatever
Yeah.
you don't, yeah, don't turn off the
Yeah.
bulb. It's like
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
that light is false, but we can feel it. It feels like Viviane's in the third dimension too, and so
Mhm.
these are really important discernments. You can always ask your heart, and yeah,
Yeah.
if you're still feeling like that battle's continuing, just Jane, then the other thing I'd recommend is trying out. And it does feel that Renren would enjoy listening to this because I know that all uh, pets categorically approve of all my free meditations.
Mhm.
um, that you can try this uh, meditation challenge and help with your protection.
Yeah, and the image that I was shown was really larger. Was really going across the whole size of the ceiling.
Amazing. Yeah, it did seem large to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. I watch a lot of people that do camping around the UK and Scotland on YouTube, a lot of them just going camping in tents. And they'll just go to the most remote places, often, by themselves, except they'll bring a pet. And they always, especially the ones that are either into any kind of fantasy or mystery or paranormal, they'll always pay close attention to their Rinrin just meowed again in agreement.
Yeah.
Their pets are just a fantastic early warning signs as well. So, there's always a reason why our pets have chosen us, and vice versa, as souls to be together as part of a family, as a team.
Yes.
My turn.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, choosing the next request. If your name is called, please say hello in the chat. Robert Fire, let us know if you're here. Please say hello in the chat.
Robert Fire.
One of my spirit guides just said, "Wouldn't it be funny if the answer was no to that question?" It's like, no, that wouldn't be very funny. No. Hello, Robert. Thank you for your request. Okay, let's ask Robert and your guides step forward. For you, Robert, your guide was showing me a calculator. I don't have I do have a calculator on my phone, I guess. And I saw I was showing you typing all these numbers in. You're like working through all the details of numbers, and you're really wanting to understand how something worked. And then I heard, but know that even the numbers themselves have an intuition to them. They have an intention behind numbers. What I saw for you was it felt more along the lines of financial accounting, like bookkeeping. And when you get towards the end, towards the bottom line of bookkeeping, you're like, oh well, that kind of fits there and that fits there, and these are attribute things to costs and profits and loss and taxes and all these things, and that there's also an intuition and judgment. And so the message is very much for you to encouraging you to connect more with that feeling inside of you, that will help you get through life quicker and with less friction without having to obsess quite so much about the detail, which you're already powerful at. One tangible practice John, would recommend is when, for example, give yourself maths questions. What is 1,000 divided by 12? And instead of asking your mind, place your hand on your heart and ask your heart for the answer. And often what you'll get is a feeling in the range of, because our hearts are quite good at doing it quickly and feeling where that fits, but not necessarily having to give an exact number, which takes a bit more cognitive load, and our minds are much better at that. So yeah, it's 555 here in the UK at least. How about you?
Nice. I saw a tall, clear, like glass vessel, and Robert was stirring this water inside, and then I saw some mathematical symbols and numbers flowing into that liquid, and it was like this formula. And then I heard, you find the right formula to achieve balance. So that's
See what you mean.
You achieve the right formula to find the right formula to have balance. So that was the message.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm still saving this for next Halloween.
Yes. Yeah, I remember the Halloween pictures from Naked Revive.
That's right. Yeah,
Yes. So,
that helps you, Robert. Let us know in the chat.
mhm,
Thank you for everyone's requests, all 69 of them.
mhm.
I'm just checking through. There was one from Lotus Bloom to tag. Any others? Oh, a couple more. So is it your turn next?
Yes. You chose one.
Let's... And a little bit of music. You choose the next request. Please say hello in the chat if your name is called. Robert Fryer says, thank you both. Really interesting. I will give this a try. I'm always trying to find the right answer. Yeah, the right answer.
Craig Dixon, say hi in the chat, please. Time for a little sip, little water here.
Yeah.
Even in fifth dimension, we're drinking this water.
It's not water in the fifth dimension. Oh, it's
I
amazing.
can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me now? Hello, hello.
All right, okay. I can hear
You
you.
can.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Robert Fryer was saying that, and Craig is here. Hello, Craig. Robert Fryer was just saying that I'm always trying to find the right answer. And it helped me reflect on our mental beliefs about truth. And many of us on planet Earth believe that there's a single truth, right? That there's one truth. You know, and that truth might be, this is a labradorite crystal. And yet, if you asked every being in the universe, what is it? What do you call it? You're likely going to get a few different answers. And are they all right? Are they all wrong? Or are they all their own individual truth? We get to decide, right? And I think that's what's some of the hardest things I think us humans struggle with is the concept of a singular truth and not and understanding the differences between our own individual unique truths. Just like Viviane looks like she's in the fifth dimension, and I'm sure parts of you are. And yet, you know, depending on your point of view, your vibration, your your mental concepts and understandings, your truth will be different to others. So this is why I feel we're gifted with these beautiful hearts and stomachs, and you know, our intuitions to help guide us, and our throat chakras to guide us to our own truth.
And I want to quickly mention, as you're saying that, I remembered with the reading we just gave to Just Jane and Ring Ring. When I saw that angel, I asked, when it looked like an angel, was beautiful, and I asked, but who's this angel? What's her name? What angel? It wouldn't give me it wouldn't answer. It wouldn't give me a name.
I wouldn't answer.
So it was like, yeah, okay, so I didn't. So,
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, you lied to me. You're not an angel. Okay.
No, I'm an angel. You can trust me.
Yeah.
And like, isn't that something that liars say? You're like, I'm not a liar. And it's like, don't liars say that they're not liars?
Yeah.
Demons say, I'm not a demon, I'm your friend. And angels, you know, just answer if you're lucky. So yeah, but I was also about to say in that reading, Viviane is about to say, now you can choose which message resonates the most, but just know that Viviane is highly accurate. So don't just immediately you know, judge people because they're wearing their name on their hoodie.
Yeah, no, I know. I just said that because I understand. I understand better now. Because yeah, it was present. No, anyway, It was
Mhm.
just, it was just to, yeah, to convey better, yeah, that I didn't,
Mhm.
because it was presenting, yeah, it was not saying that I was right and you were wrong and you're wrong and I was right. I'm just conveying better because yeah, it just made sense. I could not. I'm just understanding now. That's why you didn't give me a name. You didn't say a word when I
Yeah, it's interesting.
yes.
I don't know why that is that they
You
don't.
did.
It's a pattern, right? They'll not give you a name, and it seems to be you're universally compelled to some
Mm-hmm.
universal law that someone wrote, source God or whoever said, "Oh, by the way, if you're ever asked, you've got to give your name." It's like, "Oh, I do." Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I have free will. It's like, well, you do have free will, but you know,
Yeah.
if you're not going to give your name, then you're going to find it harder navigating in this universe.
Yeah, because
Anywho,
you're not gonna say I'm so creeper,
the
because just you're not making yourself scary. Anyway,
soul creeper.
that's scary.
I'm just getting electric shock off this USB connection, which is very strange. A very mild one at 5 volts, I'm sure. Um, okay, thank you for waiting,
Yes, Craig,
Craig.
you are asking for a message from your guide, Clara. Okay, thank you. Hmm.
A really lovely spirit guide, Craig. The first thing that Clara is saying is for you to find and develop to cultivate practices that help you feel safe, that help you feel relaxed. She described the word she used was grace and beauty. And so she said, imagine, you know, a beautiful meadow where you can go and bless you, Viviane, a beautiful meadow that you could go and visit in the sunshine. Reminds me of the one that I see and sometimes go to in the fifth dimension in client sessions for healing with crystalline waters. And this is just for a few minutes. I saw you holding yourself and you were just resting your head over to the left and you're feeling this beautiful, relaxed energy. And just for a few moments in the day, just even 10, 20 seconds. And it felt really, really beautiful. And most importantly, a permission to give to yourself to say, it's okay, I'm safe, I'm loved, I can
Mm-hmm.
relax, at least in this moment. Um, It also reminds me of a suggestion I heard today where someone was saying, you know, count to 10, and if you're in that moment, if you're not, you know, immediately under threat and you have to be kind of fight or flight, if you're okay for to count to 10 and you're still safe, then it means you're safe for now.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually safe. And so that can be a moment to say, okay, I'm going to take 3 breaths and imagine that beautiful place. And Craig is just saying, oh, yes, driving through Santa Fe, New Mexico in the mountains. I know she and I love, especially with light rain. Oh, lovely light rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Wonderful.
I see Clara standing next to you wearing like this long and beautiful flowy white dress. And she's being very playful, resting her elbow on his shoulder, like next to him, and being very playful. But she's also kind of like holding on to his shoulder and shaking him, and then closer to his neck and being playful because, like, you know, you can talk to me, you know, you can ask me a message, you know, you talk to me. So yeah, this is that was her attitude throughout the that was in a way, you know, her message. She just doing that to you and being playful. And it's like, why are you doing this, Craig? You know, you can ask me. You know, we talk. Listen, she's like, listen to me.
That's wonderful. I do have Craig was saying I'm a veteran and do have PTSD.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Mhm.
There's I must admit I do struggle a bit with all the meditations I've done, but I know there's a paid one for cultivating your self-love, and that could be really helpful, but there's a free one. Is it your dream? It's either your dream life or maybe it's your spirit guide one, where go to that place in the fifth dimension, and you could try that. It's all about the feeling. I mean, yeah, you can chat with Clara and other spirit guides if you want.
Mhm.
I think must be called Meet Your Spirit Guides. And it includes a clearing and a calming at the beginning. So yeah, do give that a go if that resonates, or you can put it on just before you go to sleep. I found it. Meet Your Spirit Guides in the fifth dimension. Meet Your Spirit Guides. Free meditation.
Mhm. And Craig is saying I talk to her all the time, for about an hour before bed, and share the future plans. Oh, that's great. That's great.
Wonderful.
Have a conversation with your guides. I love that. That have an ongoing conversation and exchange with your guides. Not I call for help, yes, but having maintain a relationship, not just when you don't call the 1-800 spirit guide number when you have a question, have a problem. So yeah. Oh, and that's cool. Craig is also saying my Akashic Records gatekeepers looked like a small film crew from the 30s. That's so cool.
Excellent.
Hmm. So it's your turn now.
My turn.
Yes, and just a reminder: this we are choosing randomly your requests.
That's right, all the way back to very start of today's session. Just making sure my scroll bar has everyone's in it. Okay. Just making sure I've got access to all 78. Okay. So choosing the next request. Okay, Carl, I think you're recently turned up, right?
Yes. Oh, where's Carl?
Let us know if you're here
He just
still, Carl, just in case you
he's
came
like, whoa. Yes, he's here. He's like, whoa, he just got here.
Great. May I hear from my guide Felix if I'll be able to get funds from a new job or a deal I've been working on so I can pay my rent? I won't be evicted at the end of June. Okay. I'm getting this very clear. I just have lots of questions about it as a fellow human. I'll just share what I'm getting, which is what I saw for you was a letter put under your front door, and it's a gift. The letter is a gift, a gift of money, and it's certainly enough for your rent. And so I asked loads of questions like where's that coming from? How does it happen? Is it from job or deal? And the lesson here, your guide and Felix are saying is to really open up your heart and open up your solar plexus to the opportunity of receiving. These things really happen, and these gifts of money in particular, we often close ourselves to because we don't believe it's possible, whereas it's absolutely possible for you. And so visualizing it happening and it feeling unexpected, and focusing a lot, Carl, on your solar plexus and your heart, keeping them open, is really, really important, because this will help you receive it. Otherwise, these things they won't come if you're in a fear state. Even if you're getting close to the end of the month and you're saying, "Oh, it better happen now." It has to be an energy. I'm so excited. I'm excited to receive this abundance. Um, so, how did you get on, Viviane?
Yes, and I I got that. It's important for, just like Carl said, you said, to have that a certain calmness, to believe that you have the money. And I saw him holding. I saw his comment. Thank God it's not an eviction notice, but I saw him holding this letter against his chest, as is, is good news. Is a good outcome. But there is this. Your guides are saying it happened. Okay, I was just gonna say that because you said you were evicted 3 times last year,
Mhm.
and your guys are saying, oh, this, there's this repetition, there's this, yeah, that happened before, and that you need to, they're showing this repetition again to me because they want you to change the energy of the way you speak about, and the way you receive that. If you continue to put attention to these words, or eviction, am I going to have enough money, and you like all freaked out and all nervous, which we understand why, but it's just creating this block. It's just like this vicious circle is creating this energy block that it's not allowing you to be calm and open and in the right frame of mind, and everything to be able to receive and move on, and from this lack, from this thoughts of lack and this energy of lack. And so
Yeah.
it's your reactions of when this happens has a big influence. Oh, it's because I'm in a different, in a fifth dimension.
That's,
I see you from the fifth dimension, Carl.
that's right. How does Viviane know all this? Uh, and it's really fascinating, isn't it? Something part of our conditioning seems to be that
Mm-hmm.
we close ourselves, and speaking generically, including myself, to so many opportunities. Um, and yet, if you hear people that make a living out of applying, buying lottery tickets,
Mm-hmm.
is they'll buy the ticket, and they say out loud, and then they focus on the feeling inside and say, this is the winning ticket. I just bought the winning ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I must admit, I was quite skeptical until things like, well, first of all, meeting some clients that it's their day job, if you like, to find people and give them money. And it's like, you exist, you're real. It's like, yeah, yeah. Like, and then, talking at length with their guides and them and helping them on that journey. Of course, I could never disclose who they are, but just, it doesn't really matter who they are. They also want it to be anonymous. It's just knowing that these people are real. There's actual people out there that are trying to find people like you, Carl, and people like us, that people like everyone that they can give to. Um, and yeah, I do feel that with you, Carl, in particular, like Viviane's wise words are so powerful for you, because every time you say the negative side, you reinforce that it's not going to happen. And one thing you could even try is practicing it, right? So write a little letter, you know,
Mm-hmm.
from stranger to Carl. Good news. Here is a very large sum of money. This is more than you need right now, and I hope that it finds you well, and I hope that you enjoy the money, and then put it outside your door. Go outside, be the person putting it under the door again, walk back
Mm-hmm.
in, and then go through the whole thing. Right? You play out the whole scenario. You know,
Mm-hmm.
or something and go back, oh, look, there's a letter for me. Like, it's a letter. And then you open up the letter, it's like, oh, it's some money.
Yeah.
And that feeling inside is like, this is it. Like, this is exactly what I need. And that feeling. So every time you're getting a bit triggered and you're worried and scared, go back to that feeling and say, what was that like when it felt? Um,
Mm-hmm.
it felt like I'd won the lottery. And then connect in with that. Um, and I very quickly tell a very funny story that my wife reminds me of was when I mistakenly believed that I'd won the lottery. I'd won £2 million, and I
Mm-hmm.
sat in was reading this lottery ticket on my phone, and I was like, and my mind was just racing. And after that, I was in the bath for an hour, and eventually, by the time I got out, I decided I didn't want it. It's like it's gonna ruin my life. I did not want and I showed, and what was so funny is I showed my wife, and then she said, "John, it's £2. You've won £2." And I'm like, "What? I won £2." And it was honestly, I saw that 2 million. It was definitely there in the lottery ticket. And then by the time I'd said I didn't want it, it turned to £2 as my
Mm-hmm.
excuse. But it was an incredible lesson. And it feels like, needless to say, I'm never going to win a lottery ticket. But I am open to donations and other forms of abundance.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and it's important, like also to step out of that energy, Carl. When you're feeling that way, I don't know, move your body, go for a walk, or do something to distract, step away from that stress and that energy, and just like today, there's something that I've been trying to resolve for a few days, and I while working on something else that came up and I also needed to resolve like last minute. It was like a little bit aggravating, not terrible, but it was like, oh, do I have to deal with this now,
Mhm.
on top of everything else? But as I was solving that problem, the newer problem, I got the answer for what this other issue that I was being waiting for, days, whatever. So it's like, okay, sometimes, just when you need to. And I was thinking about it. When this is going to happen? When I'm going to solve this? When I'm going to, and then I forgot about it. Like, forget about it. I'm not gonna, I can't. It's out of my control. And then
Mhm.
after I realized, yeah, it's not, my complete control. I need to let go. And then I've had the answer.
Oh,
Had the
wonderful.
answer now. So yeah, so you step out of that energy, Carl, and I know you have the know your stress. So yeah, and Carl saying he plays music a lot. Yeah, music also, of course, helps raise your vibration and put you in a better
Yeah,
mood,
especially that,
better energy space.
yeah,
Mhm.
dancing to help your solar plexus open up.
Yes. So yeah, I'm
Um,
glad it helped, Carl.
inspires me. Maybe I should do like an album where there's a song for each of the chakras. I've never done that before. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that said, I'm not sure I've actually written a song for my dog Patch before, and so there's
Yes.
there's a long list of things I could write songs about.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn. If you
Yes.
have got time for maybe one more,
Yes.
you can just pick Carl again and see. See, I told you.
Yeah, your guides wanted you to listen to this
It's like,
because
hey,
you go through this a few times, and like we want you not to experience it in this wound up energy and nervous energy.
mhm.
We want you to believe. Okay.
In this chaos, breathe deep down in to you and see between every breath, between every thought, you are feeling. Rocks.
Oh, I don't think that's a question.
Oh, is it not? Wish I could be there.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, it's not a question, it's a comment. Okay, let me go back. Okay. Okay.
Oh, Rox did have a question.
Okay, I just found it. Yeah, thank you, Rox. Yeah. Okay, you like a message from our light source. Okay.
Oh, that's so weird. I'm sure I could hear my music after I stopped it.
Mhm.
It freaks me out. I hear enough in other dimensions. Okay. I can go first if you want.
Mhm.
I'm sure when you're sat back like that, your light is even brighter. How lovely to both ask and receive a message from Source. And for you, Rox, Source showed me a column of golden light flowing down through your entire being, so down through your chakras. And the message was simple and clear, which is I wish for you that you could love yourself as much as I love you. And as it continued, Source shines its light through you. It was showing me these little dark patches in your heart and was saying, yes, all those parts of you, all those little shadows in your heart, they're the parts that need your most love. And really encouraging you to think and reflect, meditate on this reflection that there is another consciousness out here that loves you more than you, and it's an opportunity for you to at very least reach up to meet that same love. You are part of Source, as Source is part of you.
Got pretty much the same. I have I was shown a large, very large letters, the word love, and love is all there is, and it just kept showing the letters, and I saw this light. It was a golden light going, flowing through the over the letters and just moving. It's this constant clockwise movement to make me read the going love, and then so there is. So that was the message for you.
It's
Rox.
beautiful.
Yes, and I believe to all of us too. That was not just for you, for it was for all of
Yes.
us. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to learn to love ourselves as much as Source.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's us at time. Thank you so much. Oh, Rox is just saying, I get that. Yes, understand. It's hard to love self when 10 of your brothers and sisters have nothing to do with me because of this awakening. Yeah, I feel you. And you know, one lesson we can learn from the way others teaches, uh, from their actions towards us through our awakenings is how we can be there for them when the awakening journey starts for them, if that's what their souls have chosen. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Rock says, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." I'm in tears. I was sending you so much love. Yeah, we'll bring today's session to an end. Thank you so much, everyone. So we will be taking a break. We'll be back. The next one is on the 14th of July, so it is booked in the live page of my channel,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
I am off on vacation to the land of the dragons, Wales, which I'm excited
Oh,
about.
wow. Nice.
Haven't really been that. I've only been once or twice, and never been that deep into it. So excited for that.
Oh,
So you'll
nice.
see me a lot. I just won't be on this live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you so much, and we're looking forward to coming back after the
Yes.
break.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll bring our session to an end, and I'd like to thank our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source and Gaia, and every soul that's participated in today's session, and asking all of us to step outside of the session space and remain in our individual protective spaces for as long as we choose, and it serves our highest good. As I close the session space down, closing the Akashic records, closing the Akashic records, closing the Akashic records, closing any portals, connections, and return to source or never return here again. And yes, please get plenty of rest, drink plenty of water as much as it
Mm-hmm.
feels right for you, and take good care of yourselves, dear souls, and keep meditating each day and
Mm-hmm.
each other and learn to love yourself. Even just a little bit more each day will help you on your journey. So thank you so much. Thank you, Viviane. Oh, I didn't do it yet.
Thank
Woohoo!
you.
Viviane, thank you for joining us from the fifth dimension.
Thank you.
Yeah, so excited, not just to be doing these live streams, but excited that I'm committing to continuing to do Mondays and Thursdays
Yes.
as soon as we're back. So yeah, we're definitely
Yes, I'm
you.
happy about that. Very happy about that too. So thank you all. See you
Wonderful.
soon.
Thank you, everyone. Sending love.
Bye.
Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.